What is up, everybody? It's Water Buffalo Man from the Watering Hole here, and we are back for some more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle content. Alright, we're going to be doing something slightly different today. With everything that happened, with everything that released in the not part 6, in the year 6th anniversary, it got me thinking, what if not everybody pulled the new Vegeta or the new UI? What if you didn't get any new units this banner? What if you had such bad luck you didn't get anything you could use, but you've been playing for a little while? Or if you're brand new and all you were able to get were these units you see on screen because you went through and grinded out events because this is what people told you to do. What if this is all you have? It got me thinking, what can I physically do to help you guys make yourself a nice free-to-play team that can beat almost any events, excluding Legendary Goku events and Super Battle Roads and things of that nature? So I put together a nice little free-to-play Pure Saiyans team here. Yes, I know you could use where is he? Give me a second. I know you can use the Vegeta as the lead right here, Pure Saiyans 70%, and I know you could also use the Broly Kid as the Pure Saiyans lead. But if you've taken the time to fully awaken this Goku, the LR Goku, which I'm assuming you did, I'm assuming you should have, or whatever. Even if you don't have him fully awoken, you could use one of the two other options. The leader doesn't matter as much. We're just using someone that can, as a leader, that gives a decent skill. But what we're going to do is we're going to be taking on some of these harder events with this team to show you that it is physically possible to beat these events without having these strongest units in the game. You don't need the absolute best units in the game to surpass some of these events. You could get by using free-to-play units, if I could find a leader. We'll see here in a second. We're about to find out. Hopefully we can. If we can't, this might be a bit of an issue for a moment. Let's see. It doesn't look like anybody has a Pure Saiyans lead available. So what we might have to do is find a pure Super type lead, which would do just fine. So Super Tech. Right here. This is who we're going to have to use. Granted, this isn't the best option you have for a leader. I always recommend, always recommend bringing at least a Senzu Bean and a Bulma. The reason I recommend this Bulma is 20% attack and defense for 3 turns. If you're feeling a little like you're struggling a bit, just bring it. I'm going to bring an Icarus just in case, as if this was your first time. Let's say you pulled the new UI and now you wanted to awaken him. This is a team you could take in and have a solid chance to beat it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this event on with this lesser team. It's not a bad team. I'm not saying it's a horrible team, because it's not. This team could beat this event relatively without too much difficulty. I don't want to say easy, because I don't think it could be the easy. But let's go into this event and see what we can do with the team we were given. Okay. I just fucked that rotation up badly. We'll have to fix it later. It's whatever at this point. But disregard my fuck up on the rotation. But my new idea for a series is we're going to start making free-to-play teams and seeing and showing you and seeing how well they can do in events like this, and show you that free-to-play is viable. That you can get past by using free-to-play teams. It may take you longer, yes. I will not tell you you'll beat it just as fast as, say, someone with the strongest Rep 7 team, or even the strongest Pure Saiyans team. You won't. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you you will. But I won't also tell you that you'll have a have a super hard time and it's unbearable to play. No, that I won't tell you, because you actually will have a decent time playing it, because the team's not bad. So we're still taking double digits. I understand it's only the first part of the event, but we're still taking double digit damage, and we're dealing a pretty solid amount of damage with these free-to-play units. Yes, I know later on it's gonna do more and more damage to me, but again, this is about just beating the event, not necessarily breezing through it. And you want to bring units that stack for later on in the battle as well, which is the main reason why I brought the UI for one. This Goku that you see here attacking now, the Goku and Gohan, and that Strength Vegeta you saw earlier, because of the fact he stacks, and this one has a built-in dodge, so that's even better. He stacks attack and defense on his super, so he's going to gradually get stronger as the battle progresses. So if you do have to go later into battles, and he dodged all 3 attacks, that I never get that to happen, other than right now that I'm recording this. But that's another reason why he's really good to have on team. When we get towards the end of the battle, I'll show you the stats of everybody after a few turns have passed and people that have stacked can stack. And since this man's easy aid, he hits even harder. As you can see, he pretty much just wiped this whole event, this whole stage by himself, hitting almost 4 million. This is a really good free-to-play unit. Yeah, it takes work to grind him up. Here's actually something really good. Okay, this is perfect. Knowing that these two, the Goku and the Vegeta, have really low defense, I personally like to slap one of these on as that little bit of insurance, just in case, because you never know. He might super in the first slot, which he is, so that's perfect. But let's just see how much damage he does. I'm predicting about 100,000, if not more. Okay, he probably would have hit a little over 100 if I didn't have that 20% attack and defense buff active. So, it's about what I was thinking. So again, yes, I'm down to a little under 200,000 now, but I have the availability. See, you're taking quite a bit of damage. But that's why you bring the Senzu Beans. That's why you bring these items to help you get through these stages. These teams are completely viable to beat these events. Okay. Now here, I'm going to rotate that UI off because these two link together better because of the Super Saiyan and the rest of the link skills, but I'm going to keep the UI at the end where he has a higher chance of taking more hits and having a higher chance of dodging. But back to what I was saying before, I got distracted by trying to go over why my specific choices for this team. We're going to try to work on a series of free-to-play team building and showing you guys what units are passable for free-to-play teams and which units can get through the events to help you slowly start to awaken your units if you happen to get these newer units. And especially going into the worldwide celebration, there's going to be a lot of players that just started now that might not necessarily have the best units, but you're available to get free-to-play units. Yeah, see, he only took 35,000. That's perfect. If you don't know and wonder why I'm only putting the Goku in the front in the 3rd slot and not worrying about getting him supers all the time, he gets key 3 from being in the front slot and gets key 3 against extreme type enemies, but we're not facing extreme type enemies, so he's only getting 3 key because he's facing he's in the 1st slot. I'm sorry. And he's still hitting like a truck. And on that super attack, he stacks his attack and defense. Still taking a lot of damage. Still taking a lot of damage. So what we're going to do is we're going to heal up next turn with that Senzu Bean. That's kind of why I had you bring that. Because you never know. Again, we do not have the true secondary partner leader like I would have liked to have brought along with us. We have only another 90% lead, so it's not exactly what I wanted. But we're near the end of the battle. Let's look at the stats on our team right now. We got the Gohan and Goku. Again, remember, it's only a 180% because we're running 2 LR leads, which is only dual 90%, which is not what we wanted, but let's make do with what we have. The Goku and Gohan had, what, 90,000? The Vegeta had 70,000 roughly. But we're going to slap this on as well because we just had the Icarus activate last turn. So that's gone. and we'll activate this, it'll give them all an additional 20% attack and defense, which the Goku and Gohan are going to tank very well throughout this whole event. No matter what stage you're on, they're going to tank fantastically. They build their defense up so well. Because being that it's an only stacking of straight defense, it's 30%. If it was attack and defense, it'd be 20% each, like the Vegeta has. He attacks or strengthens his attack and defense infinitely. So it's 20% to both, but he just double supered, so now he stacked it by 20% twice. Which hopefully, yes, it did. Giving that Bulma, and this Vegeta greatly raises defense on supers for one turn, so he should be able to take hits easier now. And he's got the tech type advantage, so I played that perfectly by putting him at the back end of the rotation. Yep, and we ate that just like I expected. Alright, now, see, this is where things get a little difficult, because we know this Goku here, the AGL one, does not take hits well. At all. We know he doesn't. So what we'll want to do is that, because we want to keep that UI, or that, not that UI, I'm sorry, that LR Goku in the end, so he can take some hits. Because we want him to take hits, and we want UI to take hits, because UI is stacking attack and defense, which, as you just saw, UI had over 100,000 defense. And this man's hitting 1.74 in a super attack. And he's stacking. So he just did 2 supers, and now his defense is through the roof, and he has that built-in dodge, which is just ridiculous for a free-to-play unit. This man's going to do enough damage himself. Not even going to question him at all. But this just goes to show that free-to-play units, and I'm not saying anyone's ever said free-to-play isn't good. Free-to-play is actually a lot better than what it was when I first started playing Dokkan. Like, it is immaculately better. It's 10 times better. Like, it's not even comparable anymore.
Time to get serious.
When I started free-to-play, you couldn't do events. You needed units. I missed that completely. Disregard that. But free-to-play was complete trash back then. You could not beat any events with free-to-play units. Or if you did, it would take a lot of time and a lot of RNG and luck. Now you could run through with free-to-play units and just completely body new events, like difficult events. Like right there, we just defeated the strongest, like the newest Dokkan event for the new UI in, I think I would say, less than 10 minutes. 8 minutes, 39 seconds. It's not my fastest time. My fastest time is 4.5 minutes, almost 5 minutes. But again, the point being, you still are able to beat it with this team. But that's really all this episode's going to cover, going over the power of a free-to-play team. Free-to-play teams are good. I will say that. If you guys would like to see more on free-to-play team builds that I have ideas for, and teams that I've personally used prior, I've actually built quite a few free-to-play teams, and I mess around on this game with free-to-play teams and just see what I can do and what I can't do. Like, you can even get through some boss rushes with free-to-play teams. I can do some of them if you'd like to see eventually. But it'd be awesome if you guys would like, comment, subscribe. Get out of here, Funimation. It'd be awesome if you guys would like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to share the video to your friends if you like this content and you want me to make some more, you want to see more on the channel. But thank you guys for watching. My Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok will be in the description below. Thank you guys, and I will see you guys in the next part.